Hey guys, Noor here. So here's a day in my life in Seoul, South Korea. I usually get up at around 8:30ish and make myself a good old cup of joe. I drink it and bum around watching YouTube videos until about 9ish. Now, time for work. First things first, I usually write down a list of tasks that I want to complete today. I feel that this keeps me kind of motivated, and by actually physically ticking things off my list, it makes me feel that I'm actually accomplishing a lot. So today there's a lot that I want to achieve. I want to add player rotation, add camera movements, add weapons, add basic combat, add an enemy, and so on. So a lot to do and not a lot of time, but hopefully I can finish it all. So let's get programming. Before lunch, I was able to implement a lot of functionality. The player can now rotate in the correct direction. However, while coding this, it did lead to some interesting bugs. I made the terrain collidable, and now my guy likes to spin around them. Thankfully, I was able to fix it without too much trouble. I also implemented a camera system similar to that of Forager, so the camera doesn't always center around the player, but it kind of moves with them whenever they move. Anyway, I implemented a lot of features, so now it's time to get some lunch. In Korea, it's cheaper to buy lunch than make it, so let's go. Okay, after lunch, it's time to work on the game some more. Now, a combat game without any weapons is pretty boring, so I really need to get a basic combat system going, which will be my next few tasks. I want the weapon to be attached to the player's body, but have it rotate towards my mouse, so the player kind of knows where they're aiming. I feel that an easy way to problem solve tasks is good old pen and paper. So I jotted down the solution, and here it is. The player will have an invisible hand attached to the center of the game object. That hand will be holding a weapon, and the hand itself will perform the actual animation. This means that I can change the sword to any sword, and the animation will still work. So here's what it looks like after a lot of programming. I got the attack to work, but as you can see, the sword won't rotate towards the mouse. I'm not quite sure how to fix this right now, we'll have to attack it later. Anyway, this feature took a long time to develop, so now I'm off to work and study at a cafe. While at the cafe, I was able to implement the health and health bar system for both the player and enemies. This was relatively straightforward to implement with no real problems. Anyway, after working at the cafe, it's now time for some dinner. After dinner, it was time to head back home and do some more coding. I spent my time mostly bug fixing and polishing some features. And here's a brief summary of what I developed today. We did player rotation, camera movement, basic combat system, and player and enemy health bars. I felt like I achieved quite a lot for today, so time to watch some more YouTube videos and go to bed. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed a day in my life. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content. See ya!